Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, and this is surat fatiha. This is how we join these words. Actually, when you are just learning the Quran, this is how we join these words here. Not very difficult to join them. The important part of it is to understand where does the word start from and where does the word end from. That's the greatest part of it. In fact, there are some words that we've been teaching those people who have been following me on the other account that got lost. I do not have any access anymore to that account. I don't know what went wrong, because in fact when I was trying to log in, I couldn't be as successful to log in. And here I'm just starting for those people who wanted to continue with learning the Quran. Like they said, if you try to teach us, you'll get some of the words. So lillahi ta'ala, this is just a free tutorial that I want to take you some of those people who want to learn, inshallah. What you do is just to share. Also, you can follow such that you might be updated about the new video or tutorial that I have made to upload for those who are willing to learn. So the first thing is, this is Surah Fatiha. In fact, majority of the scholars, they say it has 7 verses. Some say it has 6 verses. Hakika iko na ayati 7. This is the word we start from. This is the word bismi. Bwetwali tukisoma. For those people in Uganda, I was almost speaking their language. Sorry. Ba kasra bi, sin sakin bis, mim kasra mi, bismi. So here in front here, we have what we call alif suful. That's it, alif suful. Alif suful, we cannot pronounce it. And for those people who wanted to know how does it sound, no, it does not sound. It is a silent letter. We don't make it sound out. And in fact, when you look at the word Allahu, when it has this word here, there's the next letter, which is harf lam. But in front of it, we call it lam shamsiya, because it has lam shadde. Another lam shadde is in front there. So it is going to be lam shadde fatha la. So it is going to be bismillah. Then we shall join kasra hii, na jambo zima itakuwa inasomwa bismillahi. Na vile vile katika vitabu vingine mbalimbali hapa utapata wameweka nasba. That nasba fatha, that one that enables it to be pulled to go higher in sound pronouncing. For those people who study tajweed, that's how it goes. So for instance here, it's going to be bismillahi. When you bring this word up to this extent here, it is bismillahi. Now, next here, I told you this alif sufur, it is a silent letter. We can't pronounce it out. We can't say but there are some instances, there are some stations that it requires you to sound in form of of which it is not in this case. And this is lam shamsiya. And in front is ra fatha, rashid fatha ra, which is now here, as you can check. Now, rashid fatha ra, we're going to say ra shedef. It is now going to be ra shedef fatha ra. Bismillahi ra. Then we have ha sakin. Ha, it is having jazm or skun. Those people call it ha sakin. Ra shedef fatha ra, ha sakin, rah. Then in front here we have, this is mim fatha ma, and in fact it is having nasba fatha, which you are seeing here in front, in the middle here. You can see it very well. It is going to rahma. Then there's non kasrani, rahmani. Then the next word is in front here. Like I said earlier, this is lam shamsiya. We go straight to the third letter. Rashid fatha ra. Ha kasra hi. This is ha kasra hi. Rahi. Then there's ya. This, in fact, another thing that you need to note here in this case, when any letter doesn't have any harakat, these signs you are seeing on top, maybe you're seeing it down, these are the ones we call them the what? The harakats. Now, when you don't see any harakat anywhere on the letter, that harakat, it is a sakin or skun. So it is going to be, this is ha kasra hi, and in fact there is ya. This is a haruf which we call madubiliya. Haruf ya madubiliya tunaisukuma ikivutwa mbali mbali kutoka na chini. Ha kasra hi, Ya sakin, hi, rahim. Then there is mim kasra mi, of which is the last letter. Last letter we never sound it out. We always silence it with sakin. Rahim. We can't say Rahimi, except when you are just continuously reading without stopping. The first two verses is when you can just sound it. Rahim, alhamdulillah. That's also accepted according to the recitation of the Holy Quran. So, inshallah tabaraka wa ta'ala, hivyo ndivyo tunasoma. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now, this is what we call lam qamariya. Lam qamariya, it is a letter that is having that alif suful, but in front there is lam sakin. We call it al makhraja. Lam sakin. Al, as I said earlier, it requires you to say ah, but it is not in that sound that it should come, but it requires you to say ah. Al, you can check. Al. But behind here, we can say Bismillahi ar-Rahmani ar-Rahim. If you are going single word by single word, single word per single word. But if you are going in the case where going continuously in the sounds that comes, Bismillahi ar-Rahmani ar-Rahim. In front here is going to be Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. This is where it is supposed to be pulled in the middle. There you check Ain, Fatha, and Nasba, Fatha, Alameen. That is the end of that case. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Like I said earlier, it forces you to say ah, but it's not in that case. You have to pull it in that way. Then there are some two ulamas. Most have said Maliki, some have put Maliki. All of them they are correct. Then in this case it is Maliki Yawmiddin. There's a harf of shadda here, of dal, of which most people don't sound it out, which is wrong. It is supposed to be knocked, that is harf al-qalqala. It has having again, it is also has shadda. So the word goes Maliki Yawmiddin. Now, next part of it is Iyaka, Iyaka. So most people say Iyaka. No, it's not to be as it's not that easy word. It's supposed to be Iyaka. Then in front we have Na'budu. Then the next word is again still Wa Iyaka nasta'in. Ain. Most people call it in. Most people call it in, of which it's not in. Or they're putting it alif hamza kasra e. Nasta in. No, nasta in. Nasta in. Ain comes from the far throat. Like you want to pull it out in like cough. Also comes from the far throat sound out. So that's how about it. Now, next here, there's another hukum that the tactic is here also. When you check here, there's something I want also to show here. There's alif sufu, then there's a hasak, and there's that kasra d. Now, how would we sound this? There's people who say ihidina. Now, for those people who have done the sections of Quran deep inside, there's that way of how you sound this part here. Ihidina. You don't show that you have sounded ihi. But now if you show he, you are showing something that there is e there. Now, how would you go about this? Hidina. Because it's having second. Hidina, it just comes from your chest. Right? I don't know whether people before this. If you have any criticization that you will make or you want to put across, please just make a comment. Maybe we can learn, because knowledge has no limit. And we every day we learn from each other. Now this one, this is how I always teach my students. Hidina, hidina. You might think I'm saying hidina. Hidina, I just start right from ha second, because it is not ha kasra he ha dhumahu. No, I can't say hudina. No, I just say hidina, because that's how it goes. Hidina, but I'm not showing e, right? Hidina siratal. This is what I said, makhraj lam sakin. When you come here, this lam, alif lam sakin, that's lam qamariya. But toa fatha toa should now join to slide into the next two letters. That's alif lam sakin, right? Now it's going to be hidina siratal, siratal. Then we go ahead with the word mustaqim. And this word mustaqim, most people say mustaqim. They are putting harf kaf, of which is not in the case. This is qaf. Qaf. That's another harf al-qalqara. Should not be hidden in the sound, right? Now the whole ayah is going to be hidina siratal mustaqim. That's now done. This come here, siratwa. Now when you come to this word siratwa, 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 this is not the word siratwa, it is sword. These two letters, there are, there's sword here, there's sword here. Those are the letters that we always sound. They gotta say siratwa li mustaqim. No, siratwa, no, it is sword kasra swi, sword kasra swi, siratwa. Now when you come here, this is the lam shamsiya I have talked about. Here it was lam qamariya, which is having lam sakin. When you find there's a letter that is having lam shaddi, or lam, when you find lam sakin, that's lam qamariya. When you find lam shaddi, that is exactly lam shamsiya. How would you go with lam shamsiya? We just go direct from the last letter of the first, from the last word, letter of the first word. You go deep, direct to join the next word, to join the next letter, which is now that one which has the harakat. If it doesn't have the harakat, then you have to look at the one which has the harakat. In fact, that's the one which has to sound out. Yes. Sirat wal. Now this is how you're going to go this one here. We start exactly on the one which has shadda. Sirat walladhina. That's how it should come now. Sirat walladhina. What's the work of shadda? To hold a letter, to bring out the sound that it requires. That's according to the scholars, how they taught us. Don't ask me why. How do you know it is the one for holding? Because I was also taught, and that's how I'm also teaching. Now there's a harf hukum ghunna. Ghunna is somewhere here. Alif hamza fatha an on sakin an. Bas people say here wanasemanga ani, which is wrong. It is not ani. An amta. This now the word comes an amta. Now the whole word kuanzia hapa mwanzo na kuwa sirat walladhina an'amta. Always make sure that you sound ain, not a. Don't sound a. Ain. Like most people when they come to say assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. It depends how you sound your ain. Right? Now this is alayhim. An'amta alayhim. That's how you're following. Now lam makhraj lam sakin is also here. Like I said, the last letter on the first word should slide into the next letter. Ghayril. That's how it is going to be sliding from that part up to this part here, like you're saying. Ghayril. Now that's how it goes. Maghdubi. Ghayril maghdubi. Then the next word is again alayhim. Now next is now the one I've been talking about, lam shamsiya. It is here now. Now Where people say wala dwalin, wala dwalin, wala dwalin. Now here is what we need to learn. There's shadde, hukum shadde, there's lam shadde kasrali. Then in fact there's madatul muntasir. There's madatul muntasir over that lam, over that Lord. Now let's go it. We have already cited this one. Alayhim. Now next is wala. And this after wala. Then this is, we go direct to the one which has shaddi and harakat. Like I say, that's salam shamsiyat. So we can't say walal. No, this is just direct. Wala. We them say wala law. It depends to the way how your teacher taught you. Wala dha, wala dwa, wala zwa. Some people, how would I say? Now, for this case, this is how I teach my children and my pupils, those who study online. Wala dha. Now, because it goes to the qalqas up to 4 times or 6 up to 8, whichever way, but this is madatul muntasil. It can stop at 4 if you wish. Wala dallin. We can't say wala dallina. We can't say that because I said the last letter on the word we silence it with sakin. Now let's go about the whole word, how to recite it. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Hidina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim ghairil maghdubi alaihim waladdallin. That's how me I teach my pupils. In case of any criticization that you have made in this video, please kindly make a comment and teach me as well. Don't mind about a voice. The voice is that way disgusting, but don't mind about a voice. Mind about the procedure how I've just explained in this tutorial. Inshallah tabaraka wa ta'ala innahu waliyyu dhalika wa liqadru alayhi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.